Continuing on with the 5-part series of questions from our friend in a place which I won't mention. Want your advice on the idea of serial entrepreneurship. And so I had to look that up. And serial entrepreneurship is where you basically are an idea guy and you'll launch a business or an idea, but then your motive isn't, oh, I want to make this company the biggest as possible. You either get bought out, you make it profitable, you sell it, or you just sit on the board because your passion is to go and come up with other ideas. You don't say like Elon Musk is like that because he didn't just, he doesn't stick with one thing. Want your advice on the idea of serial entrepreneurship. I have a creative brain and coming up with entrepreneurial ideas comes very easy to me. I guess my plan is to start doing the entrepreneurial ideas that have little no overhead costs. And then when I have a substantial wealth to fulfill the ideas that have manufacturing costs and need to hire specialist help. Okay, well, yeah, you're going to have to start with the lowest overhead cost ones. What few videos I used to do when someone says, what kind of business should I run? I took it at face value. I said, well, you should have like low overhead costs, something that won't cripple you. Then I realized, oh no, they just want an idea and they're too lazy to be entrepreneurs. But back then, when I took that question at face value, I realized, oh yeah, the businesses that were successful for me had little to no overhead costs or investment. And, because starting a consultancy named Asshole Consulting obviously has lower operating costs than, building shit in China and dropping it off over here. And then, yeah, if you were to be successful with those original entrepreneurial ideas, you could pay people then to go and, do manufacturing or have stuff drop shit from China or whatever. Could maybe even sell some of my ideas to worthy people. Making as many of these passive income would be a possible strategy, doing all this while working my day job until I am good enough to place in a good enough place to solely rely on my own businesses. Think about marketing for multiple businesses. The most complicated factor for me. I feel like people like to put people in boxes such as this is Joe and Joe has a mechanic shop that is easy to digest. But I'm concerned when I try to market my business that it could get to the point of information overloaded. People struggle to understand me because I've been promoting too many other damn things. I might miss out by not settling down and pushing one main thing with all my force. My thing is, though, I get attached to my ideas. I get a ton of fulfillment creating things and making money. And I feel like I would have regret in my life and did not try to fulfill a large chunk of my ideas. I guess one of my big questions here is how would I go about running and marketing multiple business ventures? All right, hang on. I'm going to come back for that. I'm losing my voice. Okay. You cannot run multiple ventures until you get your first one off the ground. In other words, you can't be a serial entrepreneur until you become an entrepreneur, a regular entrepreneur, successful for the first time. You may remember you and your wife make 20 grand a piece. Okay. So obviously you've not had a successful business idea, and you obviously have not carried one of your business ideas successfully to fruition. So you worrying about being a serial entrepreneur is like me worrying about how will I manage my time when I become an international jet-setting billionaire? How do I manage all the different redheaded, big-titted, hot babes in each major city I visit? How do I manage? You're not there yet. You can barely support yourself, okay? And you got all these, you're an idea guy now, which is like one of the worst fucking possible things to be. The big idea guy. Because they're the guys who don't want to do the work and have everybody else do it. But if you want to worry about marketing multiple business ventures, try to get one off the ground first, okay? Let's see if you can do that. And then you worry about how you manage your harem of redheads later, right? So successful serial entrepreneurs get one business up at a time. One at a time. And they write the ideas down. I only write one book at a time. If I work on another project or website, I only do that one at a time. And then I finish it. And then I invest the resources into it to make a good go of it. Okay? And that's the follow through. That's the hard work. It's not just the idea stage and masturbating to our brains. It's, set up an LLC, get a bank account, get a website up, start doing marketing, business plan, all that other stuff. And once a successful entrepreneur gets their business up and running, they either put it on autopilot through a manager, they sell it as you indicated before, and then once they're done with that project and they've either made the profit or it's being managed in their best interests, then they go to the next one. But you're right, you don't have times to do multiple marketing. You would not do marketing. If you were a successful entrepreneur, you would have a marketing director or VP. Or you'd own, like Warren Buffett doesn't do all the marketing for Coke, Berkshire Hathaway, real estate, Nike shoes, whatever. I mean, they literally own hundreds of companies. He doesn't sit and make marketing. He buys the company. And then he goes on and looks for the next company. That's what a serial entrepreneur would do. But until you get one to work, I would not lose any sleep about, oh my God, how do I handle all my multi-billion-dollar business ideas? Oh my goodness. I'd literally be like, how do I handle Salma Hayek, Marissa Tomei, Jennifer Aniston, and Eva Mendes all wanting to date me this Thursday? Holy shit, it might happen. Oh my God, how do I handle it? Let's not worry about that for now. Let's just try and get our cheapest, simplest, lowest overhead cost company up and running. Let's see us do that first, and then worry about whether you got the time to manage another one. Oh God. All right. Continuing on the next one. See you guys later. Toodles.